As an optician, I walk around all day noticing glasses that either don't fit right or aren't adjusted correctly on people's faces. Honestly, it's a curse. My wife is probably sick of how often I will point out poor fitting glasses on people on TV or out and about. I often think to myself, man, how can that person wear those glasses? They've got to be so uncomfortable and annoying to wear. Well, it finally dawned on me that most people probably have poor fitting glasses because they don't know any better. They haven't been taught the right way. So, if you'll allow me the pleasure, I'd like to teach you right now how glasses are designed to be worn. Let's first take a look at the bridge and the nose pads. Now, there are generally two types of bridge designs that the majority of glasses will have. One is the universal fit adjustable nose pads, and two is a molded non-adjustable bridge. Universal fit adjustable nose pads look like this, with nose pads that fit on a movable metal arm. These are really the only type of nose pads that can be adjusted without altering the frame. So universal fit nose pads should contour to and lay flush on the sides of the nose, with the weight of the frame distributed evenly along the surface of the nose pads as they rest on your nose, so that none of the edges of the nose pads dig into the nose. Now, if you have these and if your nose pads have any edges that dig into your nose, then you're gonna feel some discomfort or pain, and it's probably time to go get them adjusted. Typically, acetate frames will have a molded, non-adjustable bridge. And within this category, there are generally two different styles of bridge fits that are most commonly used. One is the keyhole bridge that looks like this, has this little notch here in between the sides and the bridge itself, the top of the bridge. And the second is a saddle bridge that looks like this. Just goes up and over with no notch. Similar to universal fit nose pads, the keyhole bridge is meant to rest on the sides of the nose and contour to the shape of the nose like this. Now, there's generally going to be a gap or a space at the top of the bridge at the keyhole notch between the frame and the top of the nose. The saddle bridge is designed to straddle and rest on the nose on both sides, as well as up and over the top of the nose like this. Now, generally, there shouldn't be a gap between the top of the nose and the bridge of the frame. There would be contact between the nose and the bridge all the way around. Again, these molded bridge designs are not adjustable, so it's important that acetate frames fit great from the get-go. Otherwise, they will be uncomfortable and there's little you can do to effectively change it. Next, let's take a look at the frame front. The frame front is this part of the frame that houses the lenses. Now, it should sit parallel to the face so that both lenses are the same distance away from the face and the eyes. You will usually be able to feel if this is off because when you smile, one cheek will touch the bottom of the frame on one side, but it won't on the other, or you might feel an eyebrow hitting the frame on one side, but not the other, and sometimes even your eyelashes will hit the back of the lens on one side, but not on the other. Now, typically, there's a little bit of a curvature to the frame front that gives you some of what's called a face form. So a little bit of a curvature there where the frame contours to the curvature of the face. There are some frame designs that don't have much, if any, face form curve to them, and that's generally just fine, although in some instances, adding some face form curvature to a frame can actually help people who are experiencing visual issues. The frame front should also have some pantoscopic tilt, which is where the frame is angled so that the top of the frame is held farther away from the face than the bottom of the frame, like that. Now, it shouldn't have too much of an angle so that it looks like this. And it also shouldn't be straight up and down. Just a little bit of pantoscopic tilt will help people see clearer. It helps you have the best visual experience in the lenses. The frame front should also sit level on the face, not slanting up or down on either side, with either side higher or lower than the other. Sometimes this is a little bit difficult to judge since faces aren't symmetrical. My face is a great example of this, with my ears and my eyes and my eyebrows not being level. So sometimes we need to find a balance between making the frame level with the eyes and then the eyebrows and the cheeks. The temples should ideally extend straight back from the sides of the frame front and run along the sides of the head, which signifies that the width of the frame matches the width of the face or the head. Frame designs don't always match perfectly with the ergonomics of the face and head, so it's not uncommon for the temples to bow out just a little bit, just slightly. We don't want them squeezing your head, of course, and you also don't want them so loose that they're not comfortably hugging the sides of the head and falling off. Now, the two most popular styles of temples are the traditional, sometimes called skull temples like this, that have this curve, and the straight back or the librarian temples like this, that just go straight back. Traditional temples should gently bend and curve right around the ears to create a comfortable hook that will hold the frame in place. The bend shouldn't happen too early or else it will look like this. And it shouldn't bend too far behind the ears or else the glasses will just be too loose and they'll slip down off of the face. The ends of the temples should also usually curve in just a little bit to the center to contour around the skull, but not too sharply, because we don't want that to cause discomfort to the mastoid bone, this sensitive skull bone behind the ears. Now, straight back or librarian temples should contour to the head, but they don't wrap around the ear. They stay on the face by snugly hugging the sides of the head. You see that a lot in like Oakley glasses. They will usually have that straight back temple. Again, it's not meant to wrap around the ears, it just hugs the head. So that is how glasses are designed to fit as you wear them. If any of this is you right now, if your glasses are uncomfortable to wear in any way on the nose, the frame front, the temples, then it might just be time for you to visit your optician to see if simple adjustments can be made to get them feeling more comfortable. Or maybe it's just time for you to pick your new favorite frame, one that fits you properly. Either way, you deserve to be able to see great, look great, and feel great in your glasses. Always remember to see the good.